Welcome to the Gen X Journey podcast. Dive into all things important to Gen Xers, from advice on aging parents, expert interviews, product reviews, and heartfelt conversations. So put down the joystick, grab your Walkman, dust off your old yearbooks, and welcome to the Gen X Journey.
Welcome back to the Gen X Journey podcast. This is Noel. I'm here with my friends Steve and Keith. Fellas, how you doing tonight?
Doing good. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We're so close.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Confession time, accountability time. How many presents have you guys actually bought for Christmas? We're recording this on the 16th of December. So
I've done good. Like I've even
Really?
like Santa's Workshop made some things. I'm on top of it this year for the first time. And I don't know. I don't want to admit it, but this year I'm pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with myself. Like I've thought about things. I'm good. How about you?
all right. If you're that end of the spectrum, I'm the other end. Steve, where are you at?
I might make you feel really good. So right now, just 2 gifts so far.
Oh yeah.
This is not a normal year for me. So I'm usually long done before this time of the year. But this is sort of intentional. Me and Rob are just going to do presents for each other for Christmas because we're moving everything. Told family we're going to send everybody's presents late, so they're cool with that. But
that's cool.
Yeah.
Wait for the sales to go.
House.
Nice strategy. We are getting a new location.
Yeah.
Waiting for the 26th December sales. I like it.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I've bought one so far. So
one's better than none, man.
So who is it for?
Himself.
It's for my lovely wife.
Oh,
so,
very nice.
Yeah.
Is it a mattress cooler?
No, we've covered that.
Yeah, we did.
She's not getting another one of those for a while. But no, so got her a gift, and we've had a busy life the last couple months. We had a lot of stuff going on, so I blame it on that. I told her today, we had breakfast today, and I was like, I'm way behind on Christmas stuff, and she's like, I'm probably further behind than you are. So anyway, we've just had a slow start to the Christmas season. But speaking of Christmas gifts and things like that, fellas, why don't we dip into the Gen X Christmas toys, kind of the 12 favorite toys from the 1980s. Do you guys remember some of your favorite toys from the 80s?
Yeah, I definitely do. We found an article from, I guess it's basically Boston's Rock 92.9. It was about this time last year they came up with an article about the 12 favorite Gen X toys from the 80s. And so why don't we go through this? And I've got a couple in my head that I think didn't get on this list that I like too. So Steve, which one caught your eye?
Well, I mean, first of all, the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, was, the first, what I considered legit game system we ever had. We had like the old Tandy 5000 you can play Pong or Breakout on. And then, of course, we had the Atari, so I guess that was legit. But I thought like the NES was next level.
Pretty good stuff. Wasn't that the Excite Bike? I mean, we talked about that it wasn't actually originally on this, but wasn't this the system that Excite Bike and all them were on? It ported over, right? Yeah. I remember the story, Noel, that you talked about last year, where it was actually a computer game that they ported, right? Or something to that story, right?
Yep.
Did y'all have an NES?
Yes,
I did. Yeah.
I actually have one in this room. I'm sitting here staring at it, like
no
right
kidding.
there. Yeah, the actual original one.
No way. That's awesome.
From your childhood, still have it?
No, this is one. The one from my childhood died, but this is one I bought off of eBay like 10 years ago.
That's so cool.
And came with the original controllers, and I've got RBI Baseball, Tecmo Bowl, Super Mario Brothers.
That's awesome.
So when I'm feeling really nostalgic, then I'll break that out. But still works. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. A couple of years ago, that was those little mini NES systems that they came out with. It's like it's basically a reimagined version. But believe it or not, that's what Dawn wanted. One of her Christmas presents was the mini NES system. So that's actually the only NES system I've ever owned. I never had one. I always went to my friend's house to play it. So
I didn't have one. I didn't have one growing up till they got cheaper.
Right.
But right when they came out, we didn't have the money to to have one. So I had a friend that I'd go over to his house and play, and that's all I wanted to do when I went to his house to play Nintendo. Like, I mean, he could have had a roller coaster out in his backyard, and I just wanted to stay inside and play NES all night.
I'm good. You play that way. I get the controller. Right?
Yeah.
Did you have one, Steve?
Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I brought it up. It's I think it was my brother's, and when I think back on it, I don't know, it may have been both of our, I can't remember, but we didn't seem to claim ownership of it because we both had to play at the same time for it to be fun. But
right,
I remember my brother was exceptionally good at Mario Brothers, and and like he would go through it so fast, and I'd be like getting eaten by the first mushroom, and whatever happens, and I was like, God, why can't I get past that first pit?
Yeah, that's my problem was the jumping onto the platforms. Never could do it right.
Yeah. Yep.
Heck with this, I'm going back to Pitfall.
I think my parents saw me struggle with the Rubik's Cube and said, he's probably not quite ready for a game system. We'll get this for my brother instead.
Fair.
We'll give him pickup sticks. You'll remember those?
Oh, yes. That's
Give
awesome.
give him the monkeys that chain together and let him do that for a while and work his way up. Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Keith, what about you?
So, just looking through this list, the next one that they talked about wasn't one that I had, but it was basically the original Sega. Now, it was the Sega Master System. Okay, I don't remember this one at all, but I definitely remember the Genesis. Right, and so Genesis. I don't remember when that came out. Did Genesis come out in the 80s or the 90s? I just remember playing it at college.
I think it was either 89 or 90.
Yeah. So I just the research department, August 14th, 89 is when the Genesis came out. But that's, to me, that was so like I had the Atari 2600, and I think my parents milked that for all they were worth until I was like 40. Right. But anyway, and so then I had an Apple IIc. We've talked about that before. And I kind of switched to computer gaming at that point. It was fun. But then when that Genesis came out, there was no turning back, right? I like the NES. Like I said, I go up to my friend's house and we play that nonstop. But once that Genesis came out, man, I tell you what, that changed things for me. Like how the understanding of how fun console gaming was again. And I don't think I've looked back. It's funny that, I think a lot of Gen Xers are still gamers if they were hooked on games at this point, at least in some form of fashion, whether it be a console or on your phone or something. We're all a little bit of closet gamers by heart if we had one of these consoles, the NES or the Genesis. Would you all agree?
Oh, yeah. And of course, the Genesis was, a big part of our college lives, the three of us. I mean, we'd play it nonstop and kick y'all's butts and Coach K basketball.
Okay, do y'all remember who were your teams? We all had our own team in Coach K. What was it?
Maryland Terrapins was mine.
Yeah. Snap 'em, turtles.
Snap 'em, turtles.
Were you Duke? No,
I think I was Duke because I had to have the best team and have a chance to beat you guys.
Right.
And I still managed to lose.
And I was UMass. I remember I was UMass.
Yeah.
I had something with how I could shoot the 3 points on UMass, and I loved that team. So Coach K, man. I still to your point, Noel, on getting that for eBay, like your NES. I've been dreaming of doing that. I found a Coach K on eBay. And I've been thinking, like, man, I need to get a Genesis just to play that.
Just do it, just for that game, man.
It's worth it.
It is worth it because you have all the imitations now that are imitating that, but going back to the original and stuff, it's something about it. It's cool
for sure.
I don't play it a lot, but when I get the urge to, it's nice that it's there. So
it's good stuff. Yeah, man. So Noel, did you find one that you liked on this?
Yeah,
the
list had I played a lot of board games growing up, and so they had Hungry Hippos as an example. I don't know if you guys ever had Hungry Hippos.
Oh yeah.
God, we actually found it a couple of years ago when our kids were probably pre-teeing and found it, and it was every bit as fun fighting with them playing that game. That's a good game.
It is, and I destroyed I destroyed my brother Damon. Damon is my younger brother. He's 5 years younger than me. One of the most competitive people I've ever met in my life, and would somehow find a way to beat me, like in Monopoly, especially. I could not beat the kid in Monopoly. I would change the rules and not tell him, and like I'd be the banker, and I'd still end up losing. It's so bad that Linda and I played Damon in Monopoly, and we we both were getting destroyed. Linda and I were getting beat by Damon.
That's
And
something else because Linda usually wins. So that's
I know. And we formed Kirsch and Kirsch LLC, and we pooled all our resources together, and we still lost.
Oh my gosh! Kirsch and Kirsch LLC.
We like took over half the map. We're like, we got him. There's no way he's going to be able to beat us, and that little turd beat us. Anyway,
that's hilarious.
We played Hungry Hippos, and I could beat him in Hungry Hippos. The red hippo was my favorite, and until I broke its neck playing one very intense game. But anyway, great memories.
That's awesome.
For a bunch of plastic, that game was surprisingly durable.
It was.
And
could you imagine the testers? How many times can we flip the hippo head before it breaks? Like, there's got to be like a quality control department for that game, you know?
If they made car parts out of that plastic they use for Hungry Hippo, has some great looking cars right now.
Elon Musk should be calling for Tesla to get some Hungry Hippo quality control.
Plastic.
Yeah.
Make a Boeing 747 out of that.
That's right. Why does its head keep acting like it's snapping something in the air? And it's just part of the thing. Cargo. That'd be good for cargo, right?
Yes, it would.
I'm done.
Yes,
I took that way too
far. Stevie and Rescue Keith. You got another one on this list.
Rescue both of y'all from me.
All right. Well, the next one that I'll talk about, and I hated that I had one of these but it was something my mom wanted us to have, was Cabbage Patch Kids.
Oh, man. And I didn't know you were going to say that.
Yeah, I've shared the story before, and I think past episodes. But my mother was totally caught up in the Cabbage Patch Kid craze. The idea of mothers camping out for hours before the stores open, and particularly this was KB toy stores. And
KB.
And so my mom would get out there early, and she got both me and my brother one, and we could not have been less impressed with that Christmas gift. And there was this thought in our head that they may not appreciate this, but it'll be worth a lot one of these days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That has not worked out. I think it's worth about $26 right now.
Hey, there you go.
Anyway, appreciated the thought, and once she had a daughter, it would really just, made her life complete. But unfortunately,
well, she got y'all.
Yeah, she got two boys instead.
And good on you for accepting it gracefully. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna lump a couple of these together because I think they're all kind of continuing on the every mother's dream of having daughters, right? So if you look at some of these, Rainbow Bright, Care Bears, and Pound Puppies, right? I mean, and I'm not trying to steal the thunder of taking three of these, but I feel like they should all be in the same realm. Is that cool with y'all?
Yes.
I mean, because you got Rainbow Bright. I mean, that was definitely like the alternative to Cabbage Patch Kids, right? You had this Rainbow Bright thing that could do some things. What do you think, Noel? What?
Okay. You'll have this link, right? We should post this link, but is the blonde hair girl, is that the Poltergeist?
That's a Poltergeist girl, isn't it? I was wondering that too. It sure looks like her.
If it's not her, man, it's a dead ringer for her.
It is. That's interesting. I bet it was.
We'll have to ask the research department if the guy's girl was the Rainbow Bright girl.
I mean, it's totally her. I'm watching the video right now. It's got to be her.
I'm blown away by Noel's movie recall. Like, if I ever form a trivia team and I need a movie person, Noel, you're on Team Steve.
All right, man. You called it. You called Keith. I've been called to get to find your own partner now. So
yes,
I guess if you form a trivia team, Noel, I get you. An inside joke that will never translate to our audience, but
yeah, it's still good though. Hang on. Thanks, guy. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. So what? Okay. So our research department just handed me a note. In between Poltergeist, Heather O'Rourke, which is the child actor, charmed us with Rainbow Bright commercials. So indeed, Noel, you are correct. And like you, Steve, I am dumbfounded at his recollection of things.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it is
highly impressive.
I don't know, man. Sorry to derail the conversation. We were talking about toys, and we were having a serious conversation about Rainbow Bright, but I couldn't help but add that comment in there. So
I have to laugh at the Care Bears. What they said about the Care Bears in this. It's a marketing genius. Take a teddy bear, change the color, stick a logo on its tummy, lather, rinse, and repeat. Rake in the dough. Isn't that the truth? Man, that's all it was, man. And they had a marketing genius. That's hilarious. So
yep, they had cartoons and videos and everything else, man. That was golly.
And then if you were a boy that was, kind of on the fence wishing that you had some of these things, but were too manly, I guess Pound Puppies came out to make them feel like they had something that was a dog for dudes or something. But then the girls could do it too. Probably that's what they said. Okay, how can we market the other half of the population? Let's do puppies. Yeah. They all like puppies, right?
Everybody likes a puppy.
Everybody likes a puppy.
Do y'all remember how big the Pound Puppies were? Were these like the?
I thought they were like. I thought they were like. Yeah.
Were they not Beanie Baby size? I don't know.
Were they? I don't know. I'm gonna watch a commercial real quick.
It says in the thing that Pizza Hut was giving out Pound Puppies with their kids' meals. So
I don't believe. Well, I mean, looking at these things, they're pretty big. I mean, like, look at that.
Oh yeah.
So they're the size of a teddy bear.
Those are full size. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
So I don't know.
Idea.
Do what?
What a stupid idea.
I know.
I never had a Pound Puppy, Care Bear, Rainbow Bright. I never had a Cabbage Patch Kid.
You want one?
Yeah. No, I don't. I appreciate you offering though.
He'd sell it to you $1,000.
He said 26. Y'all heard him.
That's what they're worth. That's not what he's willing to sell, Noel.
Yeah.
I know what I got, Noel. He knows what he's got.
Yeah, I know what I got. That's funny.
So anyway, trying to group those together because I feel like they're all kind of interrelated. So there you go.
Yeah. Moving down the list, this was something that I definitely had, and my brother and I both shared a love of the Masters of the Universe.
Oh, so great.
And we watched the cartoon, and then the action figures came out, and the action figures were just as cool somehow as the cartoons. And I remember we had the green, I forgot his name now, but it was He-Man's little green tiger thing that he rode around and stuff.
Oh, I can't.
And we had that. I forgot his name, but Battle Cat, is that right?
Something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had the Battle Cat and He-Man, and man, it was cool. Masters of the Universe and He-Man stuff was just was awesome.
Yeah, every day, dude's dream. And it's funny. Have you seen those? I'm not going to tell anybody that I won the lottery, but there'll be signs. Have you seen those some of those things?
Yes,
There's one meme where it's like this nice residential neighborhood, and then they've got Gray Skull. And like a house that's Gray Skull in the middle of it. I thought that was so great.
I love those memes, man.
Yeah, they're great.
There will be signs.
There will be signs. I've seen one with the Millennium Falcon parked in the driveway. I've seen that one. They're so great. So great. I love them.
What is the most asinine thing you guys would buy if you won the lotto? Like if you won just $1 billion, what's the most ridiculous thing you could think you would buy?
You gotta give me time to think about this question.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
My knee-jerk reaction would be a fully modernized island with all of the amenities, plumbing, everything that you could be not an island where you go and just sweat. Then there's nothing there. I want a modernized island with the best. To where you can just live there and bring all your friends and just retire. That's where knee jerk. That's what I would think.
Man, now I want that. That
Keith always has the coolest ideas. This isn't even fun anymore.
Off the cuff, Keith just knocks this one out of the park. I was thinking like an arcade with original track and field, pinball games. I know these things exist, like you can actually go to an arcade and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but I'd love
to have your own though.
Yeah.
To do the pencil thing on the track and field.
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely. And I would have the high score on all the games, be NEK at the top of every.
Yes, your initials everywhere. That's awesome.
Yeah. And if I couldn't win, then I would pay somebody to win, put my name up there.
There you go. That's right. Because you have the $1 billion to do that.
Exactly. There will be signs. Anyway, Steve, what's the most ridiculous thing? You've had some time here.
Yeah.
You got an island. I have an arcade. What's yours?
It would be to make a dream come true.
Really?
And it
like
would
for
be
you or for somebody else?
for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Screw everybody else.
I was feeling really crappy right now.
We'll do a philanthropy later. I'm going to be selfish here for a moment, but I would fork out the cash to have a game of horse against Larry Bird.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
That would make me happy for life.
That's good. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah. So if we get a selfie one day with he and Larry Bird in his backyard with a brand, a new basketball, like a just build Madison Square Garden in your backyard. There will be signs.
That's where the Knicks play.
Shit!
Boston Garden.
Talking about the garden, right? Yeah.
That's
whatever
what I meant.
it is. Whatever.
That's what I meant.
Totally what I
meant.
Bird got traded to the Knicks.
There you go.
Yeah.
Great question. And gosh, I wasted a lot of time imagining what I would do if I won a lot of money. I've wasted the time.
Oh yeah.
And it's usually the thing I think about when I can't fall asleep at night. I'll be like, I would spend money on this and this car and that truck. And
I would, all my family wouldn't have any debt. That'd be the first thing.
Yeah, that'd be the first thing I'd do too. And move them to my island. And it's going to be a big island for some of my family.
My true friends that have been with me for a long time, I would take care of them too.
I appreciate it. I'm assuming you mean us. That's great.
I do mean you. I do mean both of y'all.
Thanks.
You're like, we could be friends.
That one.
I meant really good friends. No.
Yeah, like not y'all. Yeah. Like I meant the ones that are really like since I was 3.
I've only known y'all for like 30 years.
Yeah, this doesn't count. I'm talking like the 40-years.
35.
Yeah.
Right past y'all.
That's right. Drawing the line.
That's funny.
All right.
So the next toy I have never heard of. I haven't watched this commercial yet, but it's called Muscle, MUSCLE. It's all a dot after each letter. Yes. And so it stood for millions of unusual small creatures lurking everywhere.
Yes.
I don't remember this at all.
It was basically green army men that were alien-ish kind of things. I remember them.
What a horrible idea.
I do too.
They also had if I remember right, they had battle rings, like boxing or wrestling rings that you could item. Yeah, wrestling. Was it wrestling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, wrestling.
I don't think I ever had these. I might have gotten one from one of my family members at Christmas, because you could do so much with one. But I remember these things because they were Did you have them?
We had them. We traded them at school and stuff. Like we'd get them and somebody would have, because they were a whole bunch of them. And we would trade them, and hey, I've got this one. Hey, I don't have that one. We'd flip them around and stuff like that. But yeah, those are cool. I do remember that.
That's awesome. That's a good one. And then the guts were the same things, right? They were like muscle, but were more of the military, right? So I remember that too.
I didn't have those. I had muscle, but not the guts ones.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, so I'll go with the next, and because I've mentioned this in a previous episode before, because I really think the toy mask, right?
Yeah,
we've talked about this one before, right?
Yep.
So Mobile Armored Strike Command is what MASK stood for,
and
it was a television show that they decided to create a bunch of toys to basically market the show. My opinion, I'm a fighter person. I still think it is the best Saturday morning cartoon theme song ever. And I will take that to my grave. There is not one better, not one better. But anyway, I still have some of these toys. They were basically like they were Transformers in whatever this company was. Like they were a car that was like a Trans Am that you could push a button and the car doors would open up and it would fly. And there was a motorcycle that would turn into a helicopter, all sorts of things. So it was kind of like Transformers, but humans. And everybody had these masks and each mask had a different power. Like the Spectrum was the main guys. It could see through walls. There was others that had, like the bad guy had stilettos and like stiletto daggers would shoot out of the mask. I remember it was awesome. Like I really enjoyed Mask very much. So there you go. So I'm going to go with that one. You all you've never heard of this. I remember
I have
from last time.
no clue.
I watched the video and it helps a little bit, but I still don't have much memory of this. I don't know.
It was not long lasting. It was not long lasting, but man, I loved it.
Is it possible it was only released to the El Paso market?
Possibly. It
never made it. It never made it east of there, man. I think it's
possible. Theme song, Take to My Grave. Best 80s cartoon song ever.
I gotta listen to the theme song now.
That's so good.
Those are cool toys.
Yeah.
Like it's a truck, and then you hit a button, and now it's like you can launch a nuke from it.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want that?
I know, right?
I may add that to my list of billionaire toys that I may buy.
We'll just park it on my island. It's fine.
I want this island idea, man.
I'm telling you, hey, y'all, you take care of me. I take care of you. Come on.
Yeah. So is the question about the island? So is it large enough for an airstrip, or is it like a helipad?
I mean, it's got to be an airstrip.
Yeah, you got to have a long enough for private jets to land on it.
No, I literally want an airstrip that's right on the edge of the water to where you think you're going to land on the water, but suddenly that shows up. That's the one.
Yeah.
Have you ever landed in Sitka, Alaska? That's what it's like.
Is it? Yeah. See, those are the best, man. You got to have that. Got to have that. If you're going to have $1 billion island, it's got to be airstrip on the water.
Yeah,
for sure.
And a helipad at the top of the tower, right? You got to have both.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I'd have somebody that would serve nachos to me on the beach. I'm
telling you,
requirement.
You're welcome to bring your nacho machine for them to do that,
dude,
if you want to.
Pretty
awesome gift, man.
Yeah, with some cold drinks out there.
I like it.
Yeah.
And I will buy the world's worth of umbrellas for the drinks. You don't worry. They will be there. All different colors, tie-dye, I don't care.
I want to go play the lotto.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Mega Millions is like up to 390 something million right now. So that's almost high enough to where I'm like, I can live off of that.
Throw up Benjamin, or maybe 20.
I don't understand the psychology of that. I think a lot of people are that way. Like, it's not even worth my time to win $390 million.
Yeah, like 10 million. I'm not going to waste my time.
Got to cross 400 for me to be interested.
Yeah, give me a break. $10 million, please.
Drop in the bucket. How I could buy a half an airplane strip for that? Stupid.
I can't
even asphalt it.
You can even buy a fully modern lily pad.
Yeah.
My airstrip is a dirt road.
Yeah, that's right. You better get onto it on a non-rainy day, or you ain't going nowhere. Saying.
Instead of cold beers, you got Schlitz and Busch Light out there instead of Dos Equis.
That's right. We don't have them Dos Equis. Anyway.
Yeah. Looking at this list, I feel like this list is like highly, highly incomplete.
Oh, I agree. I
mean, first of all, there's toys that we grew up with that go way ahead of at least half of these, in my opinion.
Certainly.
Oh yeah.
I think these had to be this obscure. I mean, my bedroom from the 70s and early 80s was, my living room was Star Wars every Christmas. Mm-hmm. Like not having Star Wars in here is a travesty, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. It's missing G.I. Joe too, which is highly, highly offensive to me. Yeah. I think we've talked about G.I. Joe quite a bit, but that was something that jumped off the page.
I'd certainly throw that in there before Mask. G.I. Joe any day.
Yeah.
Any day.
Transformers.
Yes.
Gosh, yes, man. Jeez.
And I'm even going to throw a non-toy item that I think should be in here. Underoos.
Oh,
nice.
Man. You know? Like, I'm telling you, I had my Spider-Man t-shirt top at least a couple of Christmas mornings that were worn out, Yeah. I love that thing. I love my
Aquaman.
Oh, Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Yeah. I thought that one was one of the coolest ones. You're right, Steve.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was
I can't remember
awesome.
what I had. Yeah, I can't remember what I had.
My brother had the one with the skid mark on it.
He's the
that
one with
was-
that brown pair.
It says Charlie Brown on the
That's
front
right.
and the back.
And the back. Oh my god.
So
Okay.
another one I would add is Garbage Pail Kids. You remember those?
Yeah, I
Oh
remember those.
gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Man, those were awesome. Shoot. Mad Libs. Did you guys ever do Mad Libs?
Oh,
I love
yeah,
Mad Libs.
yeah.
Those
Oh,
were
yeah.
awesome.
Those were fun.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. I think those are they all should be in there before
Yeah.
anything I mean, a couple of these were okay, but I mean, I think I would also throw in there. Did y'all ever have a speak and spell?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Speaking math too.
Yeah. Speaking math. I forgot about the speaking math, but I think
Speak
that
and
one for
spell.
sure should be in there. No question.
Yeah.
Stephen Bearden can do a great impersonation of the Speak and Spell.
Go
He really can.
reader.
Don't even try it.
RAITERS. Raiders.
That's pretty good, Noel.
Noel.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Noel is definitely our
warm
voice guy.
I need to
Movie
warm
guy.
up a little
Movie
bit.
guy and
Man, don't
Kind of
be
hard to
guy
go from
and voices.
cold to straight into speak and spell, but
right.
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Boy.
So there's definitely a few out there that we're missing, but I mean, it's kind of a fun nostalgic thing. I think Cabbage Patch is a must have in that list. I think. I mean,
100%.
whether you have it or not, that's
Yeah.
just one of those that anybody in the 80s had to know about it.
We didn't even add like the Barbies of the world weren't even in
Sure.
the list either. So there's stuff like
Or
that.
Strawberry shortcake. Remember
Oh,
those? If
yeah,
we're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
girls' toys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were big time.
For
I mean-
our women listeners, it was a sad list for the women toys.
It really was. You
What
could
about
tell.
Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars?
Oh yeah,
I
big
mean,
time.
Gracious.
The
Y'all
the
remember
racetracks, man.
Yeah. Do y'all remember the cars? They were like Matchbox size cars, but they had little keys. Like little red
kind of
keys.
do. Know you say that. I'm trying to. Is that what started them or something? I can't remember what.
Yeah,
that was all about.
you would like push it back onto the key and then squeeze the key and it would.
Oh yes.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
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 Micro Machines as well.
Micro
Yeah.
machines. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
those were cool. I
Yeah.
forgot what they were called, but I had a healthy collection of those
That's awesome. I forgot about
before we
those.
blew them up with fireworks. So that's the way a lot of my toys died in firework accidents, and not really
Yeah.
accidents, but planned events.
Yeah.
Like the Toy Story movie with the kid.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
like, next door.
Yeah,
that's
that
blowing
guy.
up all of his toys. That was me.
Yeah.
That was destructive after a while.
I tell you though, I have to hand it to anybody from our generation that has anything in mint condition. I don't know how they
Oh,
did it.
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
There's
Yeah.
no way. The second I had that box was ripped open so fast. I had
Yeah.
no clue there was such a
Yeah.
thing as keeping it in pristine
Yeah.
condition.
They were
It
to be
was
played with.
More value if it was used to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gosh,
So-
Legos as well. I mean,
Oh yeah.
It's a
Still to
almost
this
a
day
trucks.
popular. Crazy
Yeah.
popular now.
Tonka
I
trucks.
mean, they're next level these days. Oh yeah, Tonka trucks.
Yeah.
Legos are next level these days, but it's out of control. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got my I can't forget my Tron. I still have my 1982 Tron action figure. Love this guy.
Nice.
I will put that movie and the movie Dune up there on the list of worst movies ever.
What? Worst movies ever?
Yeah.
Tron is amazing. Dune is amazing. Have you seen the new Dune movies?
I've seen the first
no.
one. It was pretty dang good. I need to see the
It's-
second one.
The second one is just as good, if not better, than the first one. I think
heard-
it was
I've
good.
Original Dune.
No,
Is
the
it- yeah,
the
one
new
more
the,
cure for
I
insomnia.
think the original Dune is 40 years old this week, actually. So
yeah,
pretty
it's
crazy. But
yeah.
I love Tron.
Cure
I
for
love
insomnia.
Tron so much. I still have I have every like all the way up there. I've got like all of the action figures. You see them, and I just
Oh gosh.
and so I am a nerd. I'm good with it. I don't care. But yeah.
I thought you said bird. Sorry.
Oh no, that's his nerd. So yeah, no. And then my son and I went to go see the new Tron, and he is every bit as geeked out about Tron as I am for the new generation. Like, our goal is next spring we're going to fly out to Disney World and ride the ride together. So I'm excited.
Damon, my brother, and his family went out there over Thanksgiving, and he rode that like 7 or 8 times.
I'm so jealous. I remember you telling me that.
So he kept sending me pictures of him and his all of his kids, riding it together and stuff. And like, the look on his face, I'll send you one of the pictures. The look on his face versus the look on one of his kids' face, it's difficult to tell who's having the best time. Which one of you is the adult again? Yeah, so. Right.
That's funny.
I'll send that to y'all right now, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
I forgot we're still recording. We're just having fun now. Anyway, I guess we should shut this down. But what were some of the Christmas items that we have missed? I would love to hear. Comment on Facebook, comment on the YouTube channels, anything you've got, podcasts. Let us know what your favorite 80s or Gen X toys were that you opened Christmas morning or whatever your holiday was, Hanukkah, what have you. We would love to hear what your favorite things were. I know we missed some. I mean, we've had a pretty solid list, but there's some things that I know that we've missed. So let us know what you did. And this is basically going to wrap up this year. We've got a preview episode coming up. But we're excited about what we're going to be doing in the new year. But for now, we are having this as our last official episode of 2024. That's hard to believe. We're already here. And Noah and Steve, it's been fun, fellas. We kind of did a little audible and changed our theme around at the middle of the year, which was kind of fun. But we're already almost 25 episodes into Gen X Journey, which is hard to believe. So
in our thanks to all of our listeners, we have reached a new level where we actually have advertisers and stuff. Yes. So this is, we're monetized, which is amazing. Really when we started this whole thing, it was never the goal, but it sure is cool that it's happening. And so we just wanted to say thank you to all the loyal listeners that have been tuning in, making downloads, clicking subscribe, and all that really helps us a lot, helps us get even further into the monetization. We're starting Keith's Island Fund officially tonight. Yeah. So
that's right.
We've got a ways to go. So tell your friends and
tell everyone.
Right now we can cover a couple loads of laundry, and that's about it. But you got to start somewhere, right?
That's right.
That's right. Podcast.
If we're measuring how much money we've made, we have a runway that's about 6 inches long.
That's right.
And we need it to be several thousand feet. So we've got a ways, but you got to start somewhere, right?
That's right. We do.
Play-Doh. I just saw Play-Doh.
See? There. Perfect.
Yeah. Did you guys ever like eat Play-Doh?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Salty.
Salty. Yeah. Super salty.
Steve doesn't answer. He just comments on how it tastes.
I'm a foodie. Yeah, I help us start early.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think every kid did that and glue. I don't know. This
is the longest outro ever.
It's great though. I love that we literally stopped talking podcasts and just conversing. This is hilarious. Oh man, I love it so much.
All right. Well, we got to wrap this thing up again.
Yeah, do it.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hope you all have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and happy Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. And happy New Year. And fellas, enjoyed it as usual. And we'll talk to y'all next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in the Gen X Journey podcast belong solely to the hosts and guests and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of any entity they are associated with. The information provided is for entertainment and informational purposes only and should not be considered professional advice. Listeners are encouraged to seek the advice of qualified professionals for any specific issues they may face. The creators and contributors of this podcast make no representations as to the accuracy, completeness, or validity of any information, and will not be liable for any errors, omissions, or any losses, injuries, or damages arising from its use.